Hello, it's David Jennings from Systemology.com, and I wanted to answer just a question that's come in from our community here. You can see in the Organised Training module, Dave talks about pinning the main system to the top of the project management task and then having the subsystem beneath it. Applying this logic to Trello is Dave saying that you paste the main system link in the description of the card and then having links to the subsystems in the checklist fields underneath the checklist names. Now, everybody has different project management platforms, and you'll need to find the subtleties and what will work for you. It really doesn't matter which platform that you're using. I will just give you some logic, and then you can apply that thinking to the platform you've got. Now, I think I've mentioned it in the past. We happen to use Asana. I'm happy to perhaps show you what we're doing. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it, and then you can translate that to what's going to work for you in your business. So let me hop over into our copy here, and I'm actually looking at our concierge product, which is our done for you Systemology service. And you can see down here, it's just at the bottom of the screen, we've got a template that we basically duplicate every time someone makes a purchase of this particular product. Over on the right hand side here, you can see there's a link here. There's a System Hub link. This actually links across to what we call our overview system. And you'll notice there's a range of different steps as part of the overview system. Sometimes they will also link through to subsystems and extra detail. So this is the overview system, which is available in the description of the task. That if you think about it, for our concierge service, we'll have a project manager who effectively oversees the completion of this particular client project. So they'll get assigned at this level. It's their responsibility to keep an eye on everything that's happening underneath this particular task. Now, this system is for them. It helps them to understand the milestones, the key steps, and what's involved with the delivery of our concierge service. Now, if we scroll down a little bit further, you'll notice there are a range of subtasks underneath here. So some of these subtasks are spelled out on the overall system here. Most of them are. Some of them are, these are almost like little checklist items that when you think about it, the overview system is what the project manager would oversee to make sure that everything's done to the appropriate standard, but they might not necessarily be doing every subtask that sits underneath that overall project, if that makes sense. Now, if we have a look here are a range of tasks that happen as part of our preparation and setup that might get assigned to another team member. So for example, here, one of the things that we do is we set up a client's folder on Google Drive. So if I just drill in here, you'll notice there is a link here. This is effectively a subsystem. It sits underneath the bigger system of, well, here's how to overall complete the entire project, to the real specific details of how do I set up the Google Drive folder for the client. Now, going to this level of detail isn't really needed in the overall high-level process, especially since there's a good chance that the project manager might not end up being the person who sets this up. This might be a subtask that's set up to an administrative assistant. So you can see here, this is the steps then on how to complete that. So kind of with that thinking, you'll be able to kind of like follow along here. Now, you don't always need to set it up like this, in that not all tasks are going to need an overall system and then subsystems. Usually, we often see that with when we're talking about the delivery of a core product or service, because there might be many moving parts for that to have happened. So you might start off with the overview system and then you've got the subsystems, but there'll be other tasks inside the business. Maybe it's just paying wages. You might not need an overview system and then a range of subsystems for that. It might effectively just jump straight into that how-to document. So that's an example. When you translate that to your project management platform and you think about Dan's question just here, you would have the main system, which is like that overview system, would appear in the description section of the card. That sounds correct. and then you have the checklist fields underneath, and those checklist fields would potentially link to the relevant subtasks where it makes sense. Again, sometimes you might not need to overcook this or overthink this. Some tasks might not need detailed steps underneath, and this is something also that will grow over time. So I'll leave it there for now. Hopefully that provides a little bit of insight. Of course, if you've got questions like this you'd like answered, be sure to go ahead and join our community.